sense to go charge me the
family and kids and stuff like that. And I started up again.
Also, what that is.
Come back to you. I still have more stuff down here I can display. Sure, get two booths.
Yep.
You can be right next to me. Awesome.
Help you out, and Howard's awesome. So
I never read Black Kiss, but I have I have most of the first run.
Pretty awful. Yeah. And he's talking about the value.
It's a great thing.
nice. The last show was great. The first show was good.
Yeah, it was on the other side, right here. The stakes are still attached. I don't know why there's any glue there anyway. But maybe. I mean, it doesn't count against the book in that one. Shouldn't be. They could change their mind. But I've got so many books with glue on them. I mean, it seems to be anything below like 3. They don't seem to care about glue. Unless it's like, massive amounts. Yeah, I had a whole collection I just went through. I got a lot of CPC books that had glue on them. Yeah, all you had to do is get someone to just scrape in between, because once it's not attached, you can't tell. Cover's still firmly attached to both stickers.
Question about the books.
Sure.
The Ghost Rider 1 there, and then the Amazing Spider-Man, the 129 for $500. What are they?
Well, 129 for 500 obviously is real beat up.
How bad is it? Is this like a 1?
I mean, it's all there. The cover's loose. It'd probably be 1.5.
Yeah,
1
oh, wow,
fair.
okay,
Yeah, it'd probably be a 1.
This thing gets drawn on the front. Got it.
I'd love to see that one. Holy cow.
Is this the first one, huh? Yeah. I went over with my buddy.
Yeah.
Because I try to avoid everything. I try to avoid the impulse. So I'm like,
Pretty fun stuff. Nothing like
Oh, give me this scene, good.
it's going to cost
Tom.
$3,000 to sell.
Adam,
Good copy to read.
Cal, at Gmail. Can you read my writing?
cow@gmail.com.
I am a dozen issues from having every Silver Age Superman.
Besides that shed showing up on Tuesday, we just redid the backyard.
Oh, nice.
Yes, indeed. I have just come home from the Old Man Con 2024. Now, let me tell you, this comic book convention is hands down the best con I have ever been to. I did a video, it was probably, they do this twice a year. And the last one I think was just a few months ago, because I think they kind of got off on their schedule. So we had two shows that were close together. And man, it was incredible. They call it the Old Man Con because there's just the older back issues for the most part. None of this new stuff. None of the stuff you can still go out to the comic shops and buy. Just the old classics. Nothing but a room full of back issue comic books. Whether you're looking for raws, you want to wrap them in plastic and buy them that way. Whether you're looking for, I mean, there was some of everything in there, but I don't think there was anything in there that was less than 20 years old. I mean, there's some up there. You do have some cheap books and books that people are pretty much trying to get rid of. But for the most part, you're talking about classic back issues and just all of these indie titles, all of these different genres of comics. If you like westerns, there was tons of them. If you like kids comics, there was tons of them. If you're into war comics, tons. Horror comics, tons. Sci-fi comics, tons. Underground comics, there was tons of them there. I mean, it was just simply incredible. If you're trying to spend a little or you got the big bucks, man, there was some dealers there that had some really, really incredible stuff. Man, I saw so many amazing Spider-Mans, like the first 50 issues. Oh, I wish I could afford some of that stuff, but what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to show you what I picked up. Now, if you saw my last video about the Old Man Con, you know that I scored big time. I pretty much completed my Corbin comic list, all of the Corbin books I was looking for in comic book form. So yeah, I think I finished the list on that show. So I really wasn't expecting to find too much because there's not a ton of stuff that I'm looking for. Most of the stuff I'm looking for are $1 to $3 books that I'm just trying to complete some runs. But as far as my major stuff, there's just maybe a handful or two of different titles that I'm looking for. So let's just get right into it. Let me show you what I picked up in no particular order. Let's see here. I did pick up some good books and some books that were on my list. Not necessarily my Corbin list, but just my list in general of books that I was looking for. Now, so the first two books that I found, so if you saw my last video, there was this guy, he was from, I think he was right outside of LA. He was from that area, somewhere in there. And he had all of the undergrounds. He was one of the people, but he had like 3.5 boxes, and you just saw some footage of him. So I asked him last time about Inner City Romance. and he didn't have any. He was like, man, I got a whole run of those, but I didn't bring them. So I was hoping that he brought some this time around, which he did, and I was able to pick up a couple from him. This is issue number 2 of Inner City Romance. Now, I picked up a few issues of this, and I talked about them in one of my underground comic videos that I got over at Greg's Records. Matter of fact, I saw Howard today. He's always in the mix doing his thing. And I bought a few copies from him a while back, and I just started hearing a couple of people talk about it, and I was like, well, this sounds real interesting. Comic Crack, big ups to him, because he really talked about it a lot and was really pushing me to get the rest of them. He said it's an incredible read. I haven't cracked it open at all. I didn't want to until I got all of the books in hand. I think I'm still missing 1, maybe 2 books, but this is number 2 that I picked up today. You see that the price tag on there is $15. I wish I got that guy's card. It's probably laying around here somewhere. I tell you guys, hit him up for the undergrounds, because he has some pretty good stuff. But I also picked up issue number 4 of Inner City Romance. These books are like, all of their covers are just all over the place. You know, you can't really, get a grasp on what the book is about or what the story is about based off of the covers. But I think I have most of the run, if not all of the run. I think maybe I'm missing 1 or 2. I'll have to see. But yeah, I was glad to pick these up. I was hoping that the guy had them. He did. I'm sorry I can't remember the guy's name. Then I go to another dealer, and he's got like, he's got a few boxes of graded stuff, and then he's got some other stuff. And then right in front he has some, he had like 3 or 4 stacks of cheaper books. And then he had, was this the guy? No. Well, let me find here since I'm talking about him. Where was he? I don't think that was. Okay, so he had a small stack of undergrounds, and they were individually priced on the back. So what was cool, and I love Von Bodie, but I was able to pick this sweet little book up right here. Cheech Wizard. This is issue number 3. Issue number 3. I always love finding Von Bode books, Von Bodie, Von Bodu, whatever you want to call it. This is what I paid for this book. $4. An excellent price. Then I found issue, what is this? Issue number 4 of Cheech Wizard. And issue number 4 I got for another whopping $4. You gotta love that. There was actually the guy I was just talking about that I got the Inner City Romance from, he had some of these books, and his books were anywhere between $25 and $50. So to turn around and find a couple for $4 a piece was great. And then I also found, what is this called? Gyro Force? I don't know what this, I can barely, anyway, his son Mark Bodie, I picked up issue number, what is this? Does it have an issue? Is this a one-off? I don't see an issue number on here. But this is Von's son, Mark, who also does the Crazy Ill comics. Found that one for a whopping $3. You can't beat that. He did have some a small stack of other undergrounds, But I wasn't really trying to pick those up. They were cheap enough, definitely, but I was good with that. Then there was another guy. I almost want to say he's from Tucson, Arizona, but I'm not sure. I picked up some really, really cool books from him. A couple books at the last show that I did not expect to see at that show at all. So of course I went over there. He didn't have as many undergrounds. Wait, no, I take that back. I couldn't find any undergrounds at his booth at all. And then I asked him, hey, do you have any? And he's like, yeah, right here. It was right in front of me. He had like a one long box and then a half a long box full of undergrounds. Here's what I pulled out of there. I pulled out Inner City Romance number 3. We're back to Inner City Romance. That is number 3, right? Yeah. Number 3, I pulled that out of there. And let me just go back and say these first two that I pulled out were $15 a piece, and he gave them to me both for $25. So I get number 3 from this other guy, and I also picked up number 5 from this other guy. You see what I'm saying about the covers? Like these covers have nothing to do, nothing to do with each other. Out of the 4, this is like, I like that one. They have nothing to do with each other. But anyway, I picked up 3 and 5 from that guy. He was selling those for $10 a piece. I think he gave them to me for $18 for the 2 of them. So not a crazy discount, but a discount nonetheless. So I'm pretty sure that I have, like I said, that whole run of Inner City Comics at Comic Crack's endorsement of them. And okay, so moving right along, this is a classic Conan. I've wanted this for a long time. This is the popular issue number 5 of the Savage Sword of Conan with the classic Tree of Death cover. I think the cover is what really made this book popular. I have no idea, what's going on the inside. I've never owned this book. I've only seen this for sale in the city at one place, and I think they have it priced at $60. This one was priced at $15. I think the guy gave it to me for $12, if I'm not mistaken. So I was happy. I didn't expect to pick this up, but I was happy to pick this one up on this trip. Classic Conan. You guys have seen that one before. I'm a big Conan fan. Then there was, who did I get this one from? I can't even, there was a guy who had like a nice amount of creepy and eerie magazines, and you guys know I love my horror. Especially, I'm looking for all of the creepy and all of the eerie featuring Richard Corbin. So, here's issue number 77 of Creepy, which does feature a Corbin story. Not going to get too much into it because this will be appearing in an upcoming Corbin video. So, let's just say I marked another one off the list for my Corbin magazine collection. And then the very last vendor that I went to had this Eerie number 62, which was on my list. And that also has a Corbin story in it. So this Creepy right here was $6. So not bad at all. This one, he had 15 on it. He gave it to me for, what did he give it to me? For $12. He gave it to me for $12. He had another one, I think it was issue number 70. No, issue number 32, I think it was. It's got like a classic cover. I hope I'm getting that right. I think it was was it an Eerie or a Creepy? I think it was an Eerie. I think it was 32 or something like that. Anyway, that one was a little bit more pricier. I didn't want to spend that much. I think he wanted like 30 something bucks for it. But I was able to pick this one up from him, so I actually got to knock some Corbin books off of my list as well. We're going to talk about that one in a upcoming video. So with all of these that I picked up today, I spent less than $100, even when I include the cover charge. It doesn't seem like $100 worth of stuff, but and that's another reason why I like the con is it was $10 to get in. Early birds was $20, but $10 I can do that all day, opposed to you know, 35, 40, $50, and then I gotta be walking around wrestling with, you know, people selling Funko Pops and weirdos wearing costumes and all kinds of nonsense. You know, I shouldn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. I'm just there for the comics. Just give me the comics and let me be on my way. You know what I mean? So, until next time, until the next Old Man Con, I'm really looking forward to the next one. I don't know what I'm going to be able to pick up at this point, because mostly everything that I'm looking for, I have. Even just the stuff in general that I'm looking for, like I said, is maybe a handful or two of cheaper books on the cheaper side. And then, of course, there's a lot more magazines featuring Corbin that I'm looking for, and then just some other stuff in general. But of all of the comics, you know, that I want, that I can realistically own, I'm probably between 95 and 99%. So I'm doing pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Thank you to the guys over at Fantastic World Comics in Scottsdale, Arizona. I was just in there the other day. They're the ones that put the Old Man Con on. Incredible show. Incredible show. Had a lot of fun today. It was so successful last time that they moved it into a bigger room, so they had like 30% more vendors. There was a lot more people. I got in there, did some shopping around, and then I started taking video. But when I first got there, it was like almost sardine packed in there. It was pretty cool. So hopefully I'll make it to the next one, and if I do, I'll show you guys some highlights just like we did here today. Until then, you guys be safe. This is Daryl DTV signing off until next time. Goodbye.